Hey, Aquarius. I'm not gonna lie, you guys pushed your way to the top. It's doing Libra's reading. Wasn't clicking. It wasn't feeling the vibe. Wanted to go do Scorpio's reading. Couldn't even start it. Then got pulled to Aquarius. Very pushy. So I started to shuffle just to see. I dimmed the lights because that's how I felt like it needed to be. Felt like I wanted to be alone. Aquarius. It's picking up on your energy hard. All the other readings that I did prior to this where I could just start recording and just dive right in. The other two signs, Libra, Scorpio, wasn't the right day for them. I don't know what it was. I kept getting too many fucking distractions. Your guys's, I'm able to just dive right in. So, bear with me, Aquarius, because I only pulled a few cards and they're kind of deep. And the visuals that I'm getting for you are something else, I will say. So, y'all know the rules. If it applies, if it applies, it applies. If not, toss it the fuck out. Okay. And yes, I'm in my pajamas. So, Aquarius. First thing I kept getting is I want to be alone. I want to contemplate. I really need to think about something. I really, really need to think about something. I really, really need to think about something. And I don't want to. I don't want to. I don't want to have to think about it. I don't have to think about it. I think about it all the time. So how do I connect? How do I connect, right? There's gotta be a way. Now, there's something a little more deeper where I feel like you just backed yourself up into a cage and closed it into like a jail cell. Not like a real jail cell, but you know what I mean. Because the visual I was getting, and then I pulled the cards and they lined up too. So anyways, I seen something. I was curious about it. I was interested. And this was like in the past. It was like, I was doing my own thing. Like, I'm Aquarius, right? I'm doing my own thing. And I turn over, and this has been going on for a while. This is an analogy, by the way. And there was this little beam of light. Tiny little itty bitty beam of light. Glowing, 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 glowing. And I'm like, oh, what is that? What is that? What is that? So curious. What is it? What is it? What is it? And it's been there for a while. It's been in your life for a while. Something that's always caught your interest, but you never really went to go check it out until not too long ago, you found out exactly what that was. And it freaked you out once you realized what this thing was. Okay. And you're like, I want that. I want you. You felt it for so long. Now it's here. You backed up from it. Because once you realize, holy shit, what that is, it made me like really nervous. And I'm like, I can't take that. I can't take that. So I backed myself off, and now I feel really weird for backing myself off. Like, I turned myself away from what would or could potentially make me happy. You turn your back on happiness. It was a sacrifice. It was like I got really nervous. I seen what it was. I backed off, and I just shut the door behind me. I turned away. As in me, I mean you, Aquarius. So that's really deep. I hope this is making sense. If not, I'm sorry. Apologize. But just That's nice, though. Yeah, I mean, you are getting a lot of attention when you need it the most. I think that helps get your mind distracted. It does, but only for the time being. You can only do that for so long. You're getting all this attention at the same time you don't want it. You want to back away from it. Like I said, that's why I had to turn down the lights. I had to be in a dim spot. I had to change my lighting so it wasn't pointed at me. Like, I didn't want to be so much, like, in the center of attention right now. But in a fucked up way like I do. Because it will help keep me focused. It'll help keep me going. But I'm kind of, like, pissed off at the circumstances. Does that make sense? I don't need all the attention right now. I need to just breathe. I need to just lay there and just kind of like think. Because right now I feel like I can't do something that I really want to do. I don't like that. It could be yourself sabotaging yourself and running from something that would make you really happy. Just saying. But let's see, because there's, yeah. You want a new life for yourself anyways. You want a new chapter to start anyways. And it's weird because I feel like that analogy that I was making earlier, like that ball of light, and you know what that is. I'm sure you do, because it's the thing that you've been focusing on the most, and it's the thing that you want. You're curious about it, you want it, but yet you're not, like, you're running from it, you're turning your back on it, you're pretending like you don't see the light, because now you know what it is, right? So for whatever reason, for whatever weird Aquarian reason, right? We won't question it, we won't judge it here. But yeah. It's almost feeling like it's dimming now. And it's kind of freaking you out because I can feel it. I can feel the anxiety from it, and that's why I feel like I want to be alone so I can figure out, well, how do I keep that light going? Because I feel like it's flashing on and off. Like, you know, like when a light bulb or like you have like an LED light, like mine are, that's actually fucked up because my LED lights are now like dimming and they're not shining so bright. Like they're running out of juice. Like you feel like something's not gonna be there, right? So, and you know what you need to do. You know you need to go for this thing, because if you don't, it's gonna close the chapter and it might not be presented to you again. So whatever that thing is for you that you know is gonna make you happy, and it's going to, it's aligned with you right now. It's aligned with you. You just don't know how to connect it. You don't know how to give it the energy to light back up. You keep going. Aquarius. But you're looking in that direction. There's all these possibilities. Right? You can either stay where you are, and you're gonna, this is what I feel, you're gonna either stay where you are, go along that path and fill voids, is what they're showing me, empty vessels. This path seems like very doomy and gloomy. I'm not gonna lie to you, Aquarius. It seems very doomy and gloomy. I'm not saying your life sucks, but I'm just saying that there is something out there that's gonna make it better, right? And for some reason you're straying away from it because you're like, yeah, well, no, I'm fine where I'm at. I don't want to deal with that thing, you know, blah, blah, blah. Or maybe like, there's too much shit connected with that thing, or there's too much negativity. I don't know. I don't know why you're not taking this opportunity up, but you're definitely looking in that direction. And Aquarius, you might keep looking in that direction, and that to me is suffering. I don't like that. So you're waiting to see if something changes. I almost heard within you. What does that mean? Something changes within you. Seeing if something can change. Something has the opportunity to change. And this might get a little deep, Aquarius, but some of you guys are actually looking inwardly and like thinking like, can I change to adapt to whatever this is? You already have. I think you don't know it. So don't resort back to old ways. Like you're not making a right choice here when it comes to yourself. Yeah, this sounds really confusing, but I hope it's making sense. You have the right idea, but you're not heading in the direction you want to head into. Due to probably fear. It's so your whole reading's contradicting itself. You want this, but you're sending it away. You're waiting for it to come back, but you don't want it to. You're good being on your own, but you could use this in your life. It's aligned to you, okay? It's aligned with you, whatever this is. You just have to find a way to reopen the door and allow it to come in. And that's why you're like, well, how do I connect? I think it's going to be easier if you allow it, like, open the door and allow it to come in like a vampire. Let's see, Aquarius. You might need to take action on something, right? So let's see. I'm not going to see what this is, but I'm going to see what its potential is, right? What is this? Little beam of light. A lot of you guys is something emotional, but it's something that you, it doesn't have to be a person. For a lot of you guys it could be, but it's something that you care deeply for. You've always dreamt of doing it, right? Like doing this. You've thought about it before. You've had fantasies about it before. You pictured yourself being in that spot before, and then when you see that little light, you're like, hey, that looks like it. That feels like it. That feels like it. There's my chance. I'm gonna go. And then all of a sudden you got close to it and you realize like what it was, and you're like, whoa, okay. Not ready. So I'm just not gonna talk about it. I'm gonna pretend like I didn't just experience that, or I didn't just see that, and we're just gonna leave it at that. Because now I'm freaked out, because it could become reality for me. Potential. What a potential. I usually don't show cards, but what a potential. Something that could be in your life for a very long time. Now, what are the consequences? Because that's what they keep asking me to tell you, is what are the consequences? Because I feel like that's where the fear is like coming in, like, oh my god, if I do this, what's gonna happen? You know, like I'm gonna make the wrong call here and then it can all blow up in my face. So I'm just gonna pretend like I don't want that, and I'm just gonna like keep it to myself. And then what I was saying before, they wanted me to tell you what I was saying before with the path. You can either choose this thing. It's going to be a whole new world for you, Aquarius. Everything is going to change, right? Or you could stay on the path that you are already on, which will be fine, but not much is going to change there. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just going to continue the way it is, which could be a bad thing, could be fine. If you like where you're at, oh, cool. It's awesome. But anyways, but there is a sense here where you're going to try to fill voids. If you stayed on the same path, just a little heads up, just a little warning. Where nothing's really going to feel like how that did or how this does, right? So it's a dark path. Filling voids, oh my god, because look, okay. So if you look, this is my Aquarius that I'm talking to. Look at him, him, wanting to be alone, wanting to be in the dark room, trying to fill voids. These aren't the same as these. But also the consequences, though, because there is a Three of Cups in here, which to me talks about, like, something I've, like, also been kind of, like, dedicated to. Things that, like, are or were important to me could possibly be, like, lost along this journey, right? But this is a thing that I'm connecting to, turning my back on it. I want to be alone. I want to be alone. Trying to go down a path and trying to fill voids. I'm not trying to make this like a dark negative reading for you, but you do have options here, okay? You do have options. So let's just take 2 more cards for you. Okay. Now to me this feels like a person around you, Aquarius. Either this is you that are hiding too damn much. To me, this combo is like, oh, I don't like that. But you guys have the tendency to do, unfortunately. Not, to like to bottle things down. To pretend like everything's okay. The longer you do that, you're gonna have an episode. Trust me, I know. I'm an air sign too, okay? But when you keep emotions in, you feel like you're fine. I know, emotions you can turn on and off like a light switch. When you're an air sign, you can do that. But then when you're alone, you have to feel them. So that's kind of why you like the attention from people, because you don't have to, deal with it as much, right? Don't have to think about it as much. But then, when you start getting into your feels, you don't want to deal with them. There's like you feel deeply about something. And I think it's that little ball of light there. This could be a person, though, also in your environment. And I don't think it's a bad thing. Some of you guys, okay, I'm not trying to get, like, weird and off track here. Some of you guys have a psychic connection with somebody. And it's really strong and it's really deep and it's picking up heavily at this time, especially if you're separated from someone, like friend, lover, parent, sibling, I don't fucking know. Someone you're maybe close with, not close with, I don't know. But there's some kind of like a telepathic, if that makes sense. You're an Aquarius. You're into weird shit too, right? But that's like a deep, like I feel what you're feeling. Do you feel what I'm feeling? I don't. Ah! And you have the pair here. King and Queen of Swords. So, anyways, they're telling me just cut it there. We'll talk more about it next month, Aquarius. But you have some decision making to do here. I feel like things will change up for you when you want to take action, and the action that you're taking is opening that door that I was telling you about and allowing something to come in and just feel how it connects. If it doesn't connect, well then, hey, right, that wasn't meant for you. But if it does connect, which a lot of you guys it will, and you know it, anyways, I lost my train of thought. But that's for you, Aquarius. I don't know if that made sense. Tell me below.